Hi everyone, welcome to Studio Jake. I, of course, am your host, Jacob Airy. Here we talk about all kinds of things pop culture, including film, anime, television, pretty much everything in between. I also write novels. I've got 3 out right now. I've got this paranormal novel about demons trying to take over a town and the angels sent to stop them. I also have The Seven Royals. I have All Good Things, which is the first, Breaking the Stars, which is the second. They're the first parts in a trilogy. The third one is coming out soon. And it is about your favorite fairy tale characters who have to ally together to stop an evil mage from taking over their homeland. So definitely check these out. So, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Now, I've said before, I really wish we could just get over ourselves with them. These are two grand-standing individuals who are super wealthy and they want to run around the world lecturing people about, oh, woe is me, and wah, 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 and I'm so sad crying on my piles of money. And they don't behave themselves in the regal way we think of royals, of monarchs and emperors and empresses. It's just a total embarrassment. They're an embarrassment to England. Meghan Markle, who is from America, she's an embarrassment to America. The way that they carry themselves is just ridiculous. And now, and they had this Netflix documentary where people were in real time debunking the lies that they told. So now the new thing is, one of the criticisms of the documentary is that people said, "Oh, you said you wanted privacy, but now you're making this documentary, and Harry is writing a book, and now Meghan's writing a book because she has to be ahead of Harry." So now their new thing is they're trying to gaslight. Even though they went to Oprah and they cried their eyes out, and they went to Tyler Perry and they're crying, "Oh my gosh, woe is me! I've got all these millions of dollars in servants and all that. I don't know what to do." Even though they said, "Oh, we just want to be, we just want our privacy," and so now their new thing is they're gaslighting and saying, "Well, we never actually used the words 'we want privacy.'" Well, no, you didn't use those words, but the one thing that you did about whining to Oprah was that the press was following you around everywhere, and which was really funny was and now their new thing is Harry accused his brother and his parents and his grandma of being racist, and then he had to back. Now his new thing is he said, "I never said that. The press said I said that." No, you definitely, even if you didn't say those words, you definitely implied it with your actions and the hints that you gave. And his book, I'm so happy about this, and me as an author, maybe I shouldn't be, but it got leaked ahead of its release. So now he's having to go around and do interviews to mop up the mess. And, he talks about how, "Oh, me and my brother got into a row and he broke my necklace." First of all, why are you wearing a necklace? And also, yeah, brothers fight. Now, me, myself, I didn't have a brother, but I had lots of friends who have brothers, and they fight. They would wrestle. It's kind of a brother thing. Even with my sister, she and I didn't get into any physical altercations, but we would fight sometimes, just arguing. That's what you do when you're a sibling. There's nothing wrong with it. It's healthy as long as it maintains control, right? So, one of the things about Harry in particular is, he's basically whipped. He's got this has been CW actress, or excuse me, USA actress, former game show hostess, and she's a social climber, and she finally got the top rung of the social, right? Basically the top of the elitism of Europe, and she's still not happy, right? She has to make everything about her. She lied about making so the story was she made Princess Kate cry. Well, then she said, no, it was the opposite. She made me cry. No one buys that. No one buys that for a second. Now, I'm not defending the Windsors, and certainly I'm not defending the Prince and Princesses of Wales. You will never catch me doing that. I think anyone who follows me on Twitter or on any other social media platform knows that I'm into Americanism. I don't want I don't want America to be influenced by these elitists from other countries. We fought a war to get away from that. Let's just back off of that. They need to stop influencing our day-to-day lives, our films, our news, our everything. We need to not worry about that. And so it really brings me joy to see that Harry's book got leaked, that it got leaked ahead of time. So, because now he has to go around and do all this explaining, he has to do further gaslighting. And I was trying to think of an elegant way I could sum up why I don't feel sorry for him, why I don't feel sorry for Meghan Markle. The Harkles. I don't feel bad about them at all. I think that they had this opportunity to present themselves in a way that would be beneficial of the world, and they squandered it for 5 minutes of fame. So I couldn't think of a way to do that. So instead, I found this post. It was going around Twitter. Apparently, it was originally posted to Tumblr. And now I have a Tumblr, but I really just use it to post my my content from my website. And I think Tumblr, like Twitter, like Facebook, they're actually bad for society as a whole. But I found this one on Twitter. It's kind of funny because my day job is I'm a social media marketer, but I actually think social media has been a net loss for humanity. But just the way it is, right? So, so this person is responding to a post. They're just posted as anonymous, which probably means it's Harry or Meghan. And it says, the only reason I'm slightly poor Harry is because he may not have liked his role in the Familia institution, but you can't tell me he didn't love his family. Didn't he even say at the end of the Netflix documentary he misses his family and friends? So then someone replies, I sure can, Anon. In fact, I don't think he gives a darn about his family at all. Only what they can do for him. And that's the biggest tragedy in this whole thing. It isn't what's happening to poor Harry, as some people like to lament, because he's actually getting far less than his just dessert. It's the realization for his whole family of how little he actually cares about them and how far he's willing to go to hurt them. Let's see. He trashed and blackmailed his family as his grandfather was dying, and then threw him, along with his grandmother and father, under the bus for bad parenting right after he died. He was doing the documentary and the book knowing that his grandmother was terminally ill, and all the while still had the gall to harass her for cash. He spent the period leading up to her funeral making demands to his grieving family, and was looking positively murderous at the service just because he didn't get to sit at the front row. He harassed his father too in private while publicly slagging and erasing him, since he isn't as useful as his iconic dead mother, whom he relentlessly exploits for cash and clout. He tried to character assassinate his brother and cast aspersions upon his marriage with a callous disregard as to how it would affect his nephews and niece, which, given the history with his own parents, is especially vile and cruel. He slandered them all to incite attacks against them and the family business and get them canceled. If that's love, then no thanks. Oh, but he loved his family because he missed them. Please. More like he missed the perks and their clout that he'd taken for granted. It was a meaningless and manipulative lip service to take the edge off his treachery and mask his malevolence. Just like when he sang the late Queen's praises while also reducing her to a puppet and senile old lady, or when he said he loved his brother to bits before throwing him under the bus on Oprah. The same M.O. as when his wife said that Kate was a nice person after humiliating her for the weighty Katie dig. He's hurt and abused a lot of people, but because his mummy died, his apologists keep infantilizing and feeling sorry for him instead of for those he's hurt. Or they keep making excuses for him and downplaying his malice because they bought into his PR and don't like to admit that they'd been totally wrong / fueled. And of course, there's always the good old misogyny where it's always the woman's fault. As one Anon said, you don't see people say poor Meghan. I wondered though if they'd still say poor Harry if he'd done any of those things to them, all caps. Sorry for the rant, but I'm so bleeping sick of this poor Harry business. LOL. Me too. Harry made his bed and he should be forced to lie in it. Same with Meghan Markle. The two of them are non serious people who don't deserve the perks, the clout, or anything in between of the British monarchy. And quite frankly, this is another reason why I say America needs to get away from this sort of weird respect we have for Europe because they did things, 700 years ago. We should honor history. We should honor things of the past. We should honor, advances in science and architecture, philosophy, and, certainly translating the Bible into other language other than Greek, Latin, and Aramaic. But we need to remember that those things happened a long time ago. Respect the past, but also have perspective on the future. That's how we have to go with this, because it's insane how much airtime they're sucking up in the United States alone, just because it creates drama and it's fun for clickbait. It needs to stop. We need to say goodbye to the Harkles, and we need to let it go. Now, if they keep coming up with news, I'll keep commenting on them as long as it takes. But I really think that it's time just to let these rich elitists go off to Montecito or Canada or wherever else they're going to go, and see where it goes from there. The only reason they're getting airtime is because we're giving it to them. So let's stop. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up, that you'll leave me a comment and tell me what you think, that you'll share it out with your friends, and of course, consider subscribing to StudioJake. I cover all kinds of nerd and pop culture topics, including film, television, anime, comic books, and so much more. I hope that you'll also head over to my main website, StudioJakeMedia.com, where I have even more news, views, and commentary. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, head over to my locals page. That's studiojakemedia.locals.com. It's the best way to support me. I'm trying to build a little community there. I have exclusive reviews and articles, so definitely head over there and check it out. And I'll see you next time right here on Studio Jake.